Women will always manipulate men consistently, even when they do not want to do it. Before we dive deeper, do you always struggle understanding my psychological information? I have a book, I have a pen. Let's just write everything down systematically. There is an energy and a transformation that happens from here to here. Either negative, positive, neutral, it's all an energy. Now, Hannah has more power to Isaac. For Hannah, her mind is always thinking of the past and the future. The past and the future, okay, is the information that is being analyzed psychologically. For Isaac, will often fall for the trap for Hannah because Isaac, his mind is always logic with data, and the past and the future for Isaac, it has to make sense. But logically. For Hannah, the past and the future has to make sense psychologically. In the moments of manipulation, Isaac has a game, Hannah has a game. And all these games, they are either conscious or subconscious. Hannah is analyzing her game psychologically, her past scenarios psychologically, the future psychologically, the game to Isaac psychologically, the logic information from Isaac to Hannah, she is again analyzing it psychologically. It must make sense psychologically. For you, Isaac, you are analyzing your past logically, your future logically, your present logically. What you are communicating to Hannah, it's logically. What she is communicating to you, you are analyzing that information logically. Your thought and her thought, it's creating a game. The game has to confirm her thought, and the game has to confirm your thought. The only person who is in control is Hannah, because the only person who will adjust their behavior to understand if the game is working is you, because you are relying on logic. For her, she will have to adjust her behavior psychologically to confirm if her game is working. You might say that you have the upper hand, but remember, every time you adjust, for example, she is dressed in a certain way, she's looking sexy, she has a certain hair type, and then later on she shows up with high heels, and then she has a crop top, and then she looks in a certain way. This appearance, she's not analyzing it logically. No. You are the one who will analyze this appearance logically, just to confirm her thought about this appearance psychologically. It makes sense that you feel attracted to her because she appears in a certain way, and this is just her game. For logic, you communicated that you love a woman who has a shorter skirt, who has a high heel, or logically your eyes were paying attention to her teeth. And now that logically that makes sense to you, and she will dress that way, and now that your game worked because your subconscious mind tells you that your game worked on her, for she is dressing this way, her game confirms that how she has dressed this way made Isaac to fall for her trap, and this is her trap, and it's not your trap causing her to dress this way. And that is why she will consistently dress this way until you get attached for showing up consistently will allow you to depend on her, for you think you need pleasure from her, for that is the thought she is introducing in your mind, and that thought is just a game to confirm if the game is working on you. And now that the game is working on you, this is a confirmation that you are weak. He is not Isaac I used to feel attracted to. He is just a different guy. How she saw you and this identity doesn't exist in you. And now she defines a different image in you, which is this image. She doesn't know that the only reason why she is not attracted to you is because she is defining you in this lens. What she just knows is you changed and she's not attracted to you, but now she is perceiving you in this lens just to disqualify you. The only reason why you feel more attracted to her is her identity never changed. Rather, she made herself look more attractive by dressing in a certain way, which will influence your thought that she is that much attractive. And now that her existence is a contributing factor, okay, she would try to reinforce your thought so that the contributing factor can be the determining factor of the result. And the result is her. But the result is you have to make a decision under the influence of your internal factor. Confirming that her presence made you to feel more attracted to her confirms her psychological game that it's working on you and you are weak. But you think your game worked on her and you trapped her. And eventually later on you will realize that she's not attracted to you because the real reason is she perceived you as this. In her own reality, she has a perceived image about herself. You have a perceived image about yourself. Okay? This is the real Hannah. This is the real Isaac. But you think this is the real you. She thinks this is the real her. When she is communicating to you, Isaac, she thinks she is communicating this image. When you are communicating to her, you think you are communicating this image. In this middle, there is a clash. Because she also has a perceived image about you that exists in you, which is not in you, and it's not this image that is in you. You also have a perceived image about her, which is not in her, and it's not the image she thinks is in her. But you think this image is her, and she thinks this image is you. When Hannah is trying to communicate this image to you, Isaac, you are trying to communicate this image to her. But Hannah is trying to look for this image, okay, in you. And you are trying to look for this image, okay, in her. Due to this, there is what? A clash. The clash is everyone is trying to find an identity in each one of you guys. And everyone is not accepting their what is identity. And their what is identity is this and this. That clash is what will lead to more game, logically, and psychologically, because everyone is always after themselves. Now that she can't find this image in you, then you have a problem. And now that you can't understand this image in her, then you are a low value. She is going to win this game only if your logic is adjusted, because that will allow you to win the game against her and maybe find this image in her. because you will adjust logically, behavior-wise. For that will make sense to her logically, but she will adjust psychologically to apply a different game just to get an image she wants from you. When she doesn't find this image in you, she will try to do what? She will try to get what she can get from you so that you can pass time with her, for you are not fulfilling hypergamy. The reality is psychology creates division and conflict. And the only way to stop this psychology thought in her is to stop confirming her psychological thought and think that she is acting in a certain way so that you can adjust your behavior. For that confirms and reinforces her psychological trick to always trick you or trap you, which equals to what? To control. Do you still want more clarity? Stay tuned.